you'd like to see the unboxing of my Think Pink Subscription Box 40, stay tuned. I'm also going to reveal what I made with Box 39. I am wearing it, so some of you may know what it is, just from what little part you can see. My name is Cynthia, and you're watching Mountain Accent Sewing. It is a warm day here in Western North Carolina today, and a sleeveless dress is just the right thing to be wearing. This dress is the Fabric Godmother Fleur dress. It's been very popular since it came out, and I was late getting on the bandwagon, but this is the pattern. And you can see here that there's a top version and a dress version, and there are sleeve variations as well as the sleeveless version. I really love this version here, the way in the fabric that it's made in also. But when I first got this fabric here in my Think Pink Box 39, the Funfetti fabric, it's in a very lovely weight viscose fabric. And it's a collaboration between Rachel Parker and Andrea at Beyond the Pink Door. And to me, it's just the ideal weight for viscose. I found it very easy to work with, except for the bias binding was just a little fiddly when I was cutting it out. I used scissors, and I maybe should have used my rotary cutter and a cut mat, and it probably would have went a little bit smoother. But I just, yeah, I cut it out with scissors, and it was a little bit tricky to cut those out. The first thing that I thought of when I received this fabric in my box was that I wanted to make a faux jumpsuit. I first thought that I would make the Friday Pattern Company saguaro pants and a matching Donnie shirt. Now, I knew that I could not get a Donnie shirt and the saguaro trousers out of 2.5 meters because I've tried that before and I couldn't do it. I do lengthen my Donnie shirt, and I believe that I could almost get it out, but I couldn't get the sleeves out the last time that I tried to do that. Therefore, I decided that I would look through my patterns and select something else. I decided to look through my pattern stash, and that's when I remembered that I had purchased the Fabric Godmother Fleur dress and had it printed on A0, but I had yet to make it. So I looked at the information on here, and for each part that you want to make, it gives the recommended fabric. And for even the sleeveless version, the recommended fabric was over 3 meters. So I had already ordered some additional Funfetti, and I waited until it arrived before I laid out my pattern pieces. And I found that I could get the sleeveless version out of the 2.5 meters without the pockets. So I have no pockets, which that doesn't bother me any in a dress. I mean, they're nice, but I don't have to have them. And so I made a size 16. Now, based on my body measurements, I feel closer to a size 18 or 16 and 18. I was kind of between the sizes, but based on the finished garment measurements, I went with a size 16 because I knew there'd be plenty of ease in the waist and the hips. I was more concerned about the bust. And the great thing about this pattern is that it has option for B cup as well as a D cup. So I made mine with a D cup, and I'm really happy with the fit. And yeah, so that is my reveal. And what am I going to do with the extra bit of fabric that I ordered? I'm going to make a Donnie shirt. So you'll see another Friday Pattern Company Donnie shirt in my future. Now let's move on to the unboxing of my box 40. Now I have taken it out of the plastic wrap, but I have not removed the sticker. But let me tell you the story about this. I got an email yesterday saying that it should arrive yesterday, but I think my mail carrier must have been running way behind. I got a notice this morning that it was delivered after midnight, and I went down to the box and the mail carrier had just shoved it in there and wedged it, and so it got a little banged up because they really should have just delivered it up to the house like they usually do instead of trying to show it in the box when it was too big to fit in the mailbox. Yeah, so I'm glad it was still there, but it was just barely hanging in the box. And it is quite fat and squishy. So let's open it up and see what's inside. I hope that when I'm moving the box around and then I'm touching my table out here, that it's not wiggling too much. But let's see, here's my box. And we'll start with the Specky Seamstress. I forgot about that this month. Here is my Specky Seamstress Bias Binding Society. Oh, how adorable. Look at these panda bears. They are so cute. Yeah, gotta find a project to put some of this bias binding on. For the last two projects, I've made my own bias binding out of the self fabric. So yeah, I've got to come up with some projects where I can use this pretty bias binding. So we're moving on to Blank Canvas Chapter 6. And this is subscription box 39. Oh, 39. Maybe this is box 39. For some reason, I thought it was 40. But the box 39. And there's only one colorway this month. 2.5 meters of fabric. Okay. So, I don't need my scissors anymore. What am I thinking? So here's my fabric. And my little bag has a little beautiful star. You can really hear the birds singing today too. Oh, we got a beautiful little card. It is a Poppy Treffy design. She's a British designer who creates charming range of textile accessories and gifts. The back of the card has ticking. It looks like ticking fabric. Really like that. So this is really cute. Kit Kat, yum yum. I'm just wondering if I need to chill it first since it's been in the post. It might be a little warm. We've had some really hot days, so I might chill it just a little bit before I try to eat that. And we got some hemline universal needle. We have some hemline universal needles, size 70 up to 90, so that's a good size range of needles. Always can use extra needles. Oh, and the thread is white, and it's a different color, so let's see if it, oh, it says it's 100% cotton thread. I'm not sure how my sewing machine will do with cotton thread, but we'll see. And let's open the fabric. Ooh. This is really interesting. I mean, it's white. Of course, it's white to match your thread. But I'm not sure what the fabric is. It feels like, I don't know, it feels like a cotton or a linen. And it's textured. I'm gonna see if I can hold it up there. See if it picks up on the texture. And it feels like it's got a little bit of weight to it. I think I'll go scan the ebook and then I'll be back with you in a moment. I've checked out the ebook, gave it a quick glance, and I changed location because one of my neighbors started doing it sounded like machine work, and it was very noisy, so I came inside. But it is a vintage wash cotton. Now, I have been very curious about the vintage wash cottons. I've never used one before, and I do like the feel of this fabric. So the vintage wash cotton has a similar weight to a mid or heavyweight linen. So I think this fabric is going to be perfect for pants. However, in the ebook, there are suggestions for a wide range of patterns ranging from pants, skirts, dungarees, tops, lots of good suggestions. And I own, I think, at least 2 or 3 of the patterns that are suggested in the ebook. And I think I may choose one of those. That's the only hint you're going to get, is that you'll probably see one of these patterns that are suggested in the ebook when I do my next reveal. Thank you, Andrea, for a wonderful box. And if you would like to subscribe to a Think Pink box or be able to get a one-off box, I don't know if there's any subscription available, but I will link Beyond the Pink Door in the description box below, and you can go check out her website. And if you're interested in trying a vintage wash cotton, I believe she has some other vintage wash cottons on her website. She also has some beautiful linens and other fabrics, so have a browse. That's all I have for you today. I'll see you next time.